Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo! I see you because you're in 3D because I'm YouTube. Famous now. Available in 1967. The album, Dad AF. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Rock on, gold dust. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel every rose has its thorn. Let's talk about some thorny roses today, should we? Oh my God. Thorny roses basically equal bitter beauty gurus. So let's talk about some thorny roses. And you know who we're talking about today. You got it. We're talking about the Lonely Doll of Calabasas, Hidden Hills, California. We're back for another Lonely Doll video, and that, my dears, is Jeffree Star. But before we get into that, I want to say, welcome to drama class, a little Saturday school. Do you have your composition book? I have my composition book, and right here it says drama class 220, and this is my learning plan for the day. So there will be a Scantron test. Now, if you're here for drama class, you need to have a pen, okay? You need to have a highlighter, and you need to have glue sticks. I don't know why, but I'm the teacher, and what I says goes, okay? Did you ever watch the movie Babe? But Babe in the City is my favorite. Did you ever see Babe back in the day? And he's like, I miss my mom. I love that movie so much. About the pig, you know, the pig. But then the second one is Babe, Pig in the City, and that dog goes, what the dog says, what the pig says, go. See? What the pig says right here says, glue sticks for drama class or you're out. Anyway. I don't know what we're using glue sticks for, but I don't know why I have a tambourine either. I just do, and that's how we work over here. Okay, so I got today 6 points I want to discuss in drama class. So you better be prepared, okay? Did you ever play school when you were a kid and you always had to be the teacher? Like the last day of school, we would always go and we'd be like, teacher, can we please have worksheets? And she'd say, yes, here, please take them. I'm ready to go sit by the pool for the summer, right? And so she'd give us all of her extra worksheets, and then we would go play school in the summer, and it would be like, you know, you and like Wyatt only had imaginary friends, you know, but I make my imaginary friends do worksheets all summer long. Because why would you want to, like, get out of school to not go back into school and play teacher all summer long? Do you remember that, playing teacher in the summer? Woo, that was so much fun. And then you'd sit there for like 4 hours and you get so bored as the teacher, and then you go, it's time for lunch. We got to go do something different. Anyway, I took a little drama roll call today on Twitter. And I put up, who's going to be in drama class today? 43 people responded. So let me give a little shout out to some people in drama class. Julia, I see you over there. Your hand's raised. Isabel said ready and waiting. Alshin said got my number 2 pencil. K-pop legend said me, Mr. Peter, I'll be there. Carrie said I'll bring my number 2 pencil for the Scantron. Kimmy said she would be here. Let's go on. Erica said that she would be here. Jazz said that she would be here. Kate, Hillary, Clary. Oh my God, I can just go on. Lisa, hey Lisa in the Cult Jam. Lisa, she's going to be here. People are already dropping the tea up in here. Goes on and on and on. Let's see what she said here. Ashley said, Jeffree Star practically admitting that Conspiracy was his all-time bestseller. And that, oh Lord, she goes, people drop, listen, we haven't even started class yet. You're getting into the drama, my Lord. Ashley, extra credit for you, A+. And by the way, I have a few birthday shout outs that I want to give real quick. Woo! You would think that I had had some coffee today, and you'd be right in my new gold cup. Don't be jealous. Anyway, I did review. I just looked over at the floor and I was like, what is that on the floor? And I was like, oh, it's my glue sticks. Anyway, I just reviewed the Shamrock tea over at Starbucks. So go check that out on my review channel. All right, the birthday shout outs I want to give today. First of all, I want to say a very happy birthday to Melissa. She said, can I get a birthday shout out for my 26th sobriety birthday? Okay. And she just had her 26th sobriety birthday on February 19th, and I just want to say, of 95, right? Now, my birthday is December 17th of 94. We are literally like 2 months apart, and I think that is so, we're basically, listen, we're sisters of sobriety, and I think that that is so cool, so congratulations, Melissa. The other person I want to shout out is Emmy said, I turn 29 tomorrow, Saturday, February 20th, and a birthday shout out would mean the absolute world to me. Your videos have helped me so much in the past year. So thank you so much for that, Emmy. I hope you have the best birthday ever. Listen, you guys, I try to do the best I can on the birthdays. Whenever I do the birthdays, there's always like 4 or 5 people that are like, you didn't shout me out. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I try to do my best. Okay? So anyway, happy birthday to everybody that is having a birthday today. And Melissa's birthday was just so cool to me when I read that last night. I was like, you know, we are not a glum lot, and there are so many of us out there that are thriving and having amazing lives in recovery, and I think it's important for us to be vocal about that and share that so that other people out there that are still suffering, because every day, you know, there are people that are dying from the disease of addiction and are never exposed to any kind of recovery whatsoever, and I think it's important for us to share our stories and be loud and vocal about what amazing lives we have today, so that those out there that are still suffering can possibly have a chance. I get real emotional every time I talk about this. I am more passionate about addiction and recovery than anything else in my entire life. So, all right, let's get into, the drama. By the way, if you're sober, sound off your sobriety birthday in the comment section below, and everybody can see how many people are actively living sober lives today. And I like to do that every so often over here because I think it's just a cool thing. So we can, I go in there and I get so, you can just see how emotional I get. I get so teary-eyed seeing all the people underneath there that are sober, you know, and we all did it one day at a time, and that's amazing. All right, let's get into the drama. So the first drama that I have for drama class, well, did y'all hear that Kim and Kanye filed for divorce officially? I read a couple articles about it yesterday. Apparently, they're going to have joint custody of the kids and things like that. Very, very sad. I think it's sad when, you know, marriage goes awry. So that's tragic. So wishing Kim and Kanye, as if I know them personally. I don't. I know that's hard to believe. You're like, oh my God, you and Kim don't hang out. No, girl, we don't know each other like that, okay? I wish maybe I did know some of them, because my life would probably be a little bit more fantastic, and you know, those would be some parties to go to. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, some of those parties that the Kardashians had and their little travel trips and stuff that they do. Oh my God. But anyway, okay. So that's sad. I wanted to say something about that, and best of luck to Kim and Kanye and all of that. Very, very sad. The next thing I wanted to say was somebody sent me this. I had no clue. Did y'all know that Charli and Dixie D'Amelio have their own line of ring lights? I was like, what? I had no clue, okay? And I saw that somebody, like, then when I went in and I looked, a lot of people were, like, commenting about this. Hold on a second. I had it pulled up. Oh, here it is. I have it right here. The Charli and Dixie, it's called DixieCharlieLights.com, and it says, create, dance, shine, ring lights by Charli and Dixie D'Amelio. Okay, now let's just talk about this for a second, all right? Now, I ain't mad at somebody for making a buck, okay? I'm just not. You make it however you want to make it. But, like, you know, Dixie D'Amelio, she has a new drink coming out at Dunkin' Donuts. Did y'all hear about this? She had the Charli drink at the Dunkin' Donuts, and I guess Starbucks didn't want her or something like that. But I guess, now listen, I do love Dunkin' Donuts. I do a lot of reviews over there. But now she's coming out with the Charli Cold Brew. I think it comes out on the 21st, so maybe tomorrow or Monday. It's supposed to come out, I think, on the 21st, so tomorrow. Did you guys know about this? So she's got that. You guys, they have so much merch and all this kind of stuff. Literally, Charli and Dixie D'Amelio are the new Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, you know? And I'm just like, this is crazy to me, you know? Or what's that kid? I don't know what it, Tyler's Toys or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? My nephew, like, I got him some of those for Christmas. He was like, ah! Like, these people are literally up in factories making this stuff. But listen, I don't hate them for it, okay? I kind of sat there and I thought, well, hell, their TikToks go by. And this is what everybody thinks. See, this is where you buy into it. I was like, their TikToks go viral and stuff. Maybe if I had one of those ring lights, I would go viral too. Do you think I would? No, but they do have these new things that you can get over there. They're heart-shaped iPhone stands, okay? So you can put them, like, just stand them wherever, and then you can do your dances, see? What do you think about that, Charli? Charli! I'm coming for your gig, Charli. I say Charli like that because did you ever see the movie, what was it called? Sweet Dreams, about Patsy Cline with Jessica Lange. People want to talk about Jessica Lange today in American Horror Story, and yes, I think she's fantastic in American Horror Story. I love Jessica Lange. But Jessica Lange has been one of my favorite actresses of life forever, okay? Cape Fear, Blue Sky, Crimes of the Heart. Oh my God, back in the day. What's King Kong? Let's talk about King Kong, you know? All these fantastic movies that she did back in the day. Oh, where she played Farmer Francis. Did you ever see that? So many great movies that she has done, but she did Sweet Dreams and she played Patsy Cline. And at the very end of it, when the plane crashes, because if you didn't know, I don't want to ruin it for you, but Patsy Cline, she crashed a plane into the side of a mountain. Did you know that? And I don't know how they know her last words, but apparently her last words were, Charlie! So anyway, every time I see that movie, I just sob and sob. I think it's so sad. My other favorite movie next to Sweet Dreams is Coal Miner's Daughter. Did you ever see that movie? I love that movie so much. Now, I will tell you, Beverly D'Angelo, that she was in the Chevy Chase vacation movies, you know? She plays Patsy Cline in Coal Miner's Daughter, okay? Next to Sissy Spacek, who plays Loretta Lynn. Now, if you like Loretta, it's Loretta, but we call her Loretti if you're a big fan of her. So anyway, at the part that Loretti gets pregnant again, Patsy Cline says, hey, listen. She goes, we're going to go shop and we're going to buy everything that we can buy and for her to get new maternity clothes, see? And she says, and what we can't, no, she goes, what we can't buy, she goes, what we can't buy, we're going to make, and what we can't make, we're going to steal. Patsy Cline, my Lord. But my favorite scene ever is when they're at the carnival and it's Patsy and Loretta, you know? And Loretta Lynn's husband, Dew, his name's Dew. He's up in the car and he's making out with this woman. Trash, straight up trash in this car, right? And Loretta Lynn pulls open the door and the woman gets out. And she says, you better get your hands off my husband or something like that. And the woman looks at her and she says, I know this doesn't have anything to do with drama, but this might be on the drama test. So you might want to wait till the end because this might be on the Scantron test. I'm just saying, okay? But she says to her at the end of it, when she pulls out of the car, or the girl gets out of the car or whatever, the trash, straight up trash, being so mean to Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn, she's in there working her butt off at these fairs. You think it's easy to play gigs at fairs? It's not. She works her life. She's out there. She's driving all over the country and that thing and everything, in that big RV, you know? And then there he is, just making out with some gal, you know, up in the car. She pulls him out. And she says, you better get your hands off my husband. The woman looks at her and she goes, you don't know who I am. And Loretta says, I don't know who you are, but I know what you are. If you want to keep your hands, you better get him off my husband. Girl, exactly. And then her and Patsy go in and you know what they play? I'm back in baby's arms. Remember that. That'll be on the test. Okay, so let's get into the drama. Speaking of back in baby's arms, let's talk about, well, we were talking about Charli and Dixie D'Amelio, but they're so boring, aren't they? Man, they bore a snake, those two. They better cash in as much as they can, because in 5 years, they're done. Okay, so anyway, did y'all hear that Nathan Schwartz, Jeffree Star's ex, he has a girlfriend now? Did you hear about this? I started getting sent this stuff like crazy, like a day and a half ago. Now, I do have to sing out, first of all, my good Judy over on the TikTok. I think his name's Silly Georgie. Hold on a second. Let me pull him up. Hold on a second. I shouted him out the last time that I used one of his little videos in here, and he was so nice. He did a little video clip, and he was like, thank you, Peter Monn, so much for, like, crediting my video and all that kind of stuff. And then he was live on the TikTok, you know, and I went into his, like, live thing. Not Silly Georgie, okay? I'm going to play a clip from him in just a second. But I went into his, what do you call it? His live TikTok. He was so gracious and so nice. And he was like, oh, Peter, I really appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he was so kind. This guy is so unreal. And listen, he's going to be... I said it before, I'm going to say it again. He is the next huge contender for a drama channel because he is like on this stuff like crazy. And I love his TikTok so much, right? But anyway, now he's got the Nikita nails. He has the Nikita nails and they're red. I was watching it. I was like, oh my God, I want my nails back. I want my nice nails back. But anyway, so Silly Georgie was the first one to find out about this. Here it is. Here's his TikTok.
Guys, I have tea on Nate. Do you not know who Nate is? Jeffree Star's ex? The guy with all the tattoos? The one who never dated a man before he dated Jeffree? Wow. I just got a DM from this beautiful girl, by the way. This is what she said. Hey, so totally random, but I love your videos and I have some tea on Jeffree's ex. I have been friends with / follow my model friend for a while. She posted on her Facebook a while back about her long distance BF and how they got to keep things on the DL. So I got to creeping. She has a big following, so I went on her personal page and went through the people she was following back. So I creeped and they comment and like each other's pics, but I blew it off. Today she posted a pic of them together and made it public, but didn't tag him. He hasn't posted her, but you know, they do be fucking. Y'all want to see the photo? Ooh, ooh, ooh. The caption says, hey, you're my favorite person. I mean, that's cute. So I guess Nate isn't single, you guys.
Woo! That's some hot stuff right there, isn't it? So anyway, Nathan Schwandt, he's got a girlfriend now. I mean, I'm kind of surprised he didn't have one before already, you know? I guess he's been just working on, I don't know, growing marijuanas and things like that and smoking the Mary Janes, okay? And living the good life. I don't know. People have speculated, allegedly, conspiracy speculation, that he got this house in Grand Rapids. It looks like he did. I don't know, okay? And that he got some businesses or something. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. It is what it is, you know. I can't imagine that he walked away from that relationship with absolutely nothing. I just can't imagine that. And I really, you know, he posts a lot on his Instagram stories and stuff. I don't see him working a 9 to 5, so I don't know how he's living off that. I will say this, with the speculation that's come out that, like, Jeffree kind of gifted him this house in Grand Rapids or whatever. Even if he did, a house of that, like, size, can you imagine what the utilities would cost a month and all that kind of stuff? So in property taxes, it's not like that would still be, like, cheap to maintain, right? But he's probably making a lot of money off those hoodies that he was selling up on that. You know, those comfort hoodies that was short-lived, wasn't it, Nate? That was short-lived. But he's got this new girlfriend now. And after this TikTok, everybody was watching this TikTok, I started getting sent all these videos, or hold on a second, let me get out of this. I started getting sent all these pictures of this girl that he is supposedly dating. Hold on, let me get to my, okay. Some of them I can't show. Now, she's posted these pictures. Here is a picture of her. I'm going to put it up here, right here for you. Y'all can do your business finding out her name. Now, I will tell you that if you go to her private account, it says the names, and then it says underneath her main one, and she's a mental health advocate, and she's got a dog, it says on here, and she's followed by Nathan Schwandt, and it's private, okay? Then if you go to the other one, hold on a second, I had screenshots of all this stuff, where is it at? Okay, then if you go to the other one, which is open, it's like her business account, it says artist, and it says, I saw, I made it awkward, and then it has a link on there that you can go see all her things, and if you go to it, her job is, I guess she's a OnlyFans model, so, she's very pretty, and she's got a lot of pictures on here of like lingerie and things like that. She's a fantastic, amazing body. So anyway, so apparently this is his new gal, and the reason that people are saying that is because she's posting pictures all over social media. I had to have believed she posted this. Now I can't show you one of the pictures, but she's posted on her Twitter, happiest when I'm with you. In one picture, he's kissing her butt, and she's naked, and then she's got a little smiley face over the crack part. I'm just saying, okay? Don't lick crack, let alone smoke it, okay? We learned that from Whitney Houston when she said she'd never done it. The receipts, Whitney. And then the next picture here, I will show you this. This is like him just sitting behind her and whatever. And then there's another picture, and she posted something about, like, I miss you when I'm, like, you know, I think she said something about being in another state or something like that. And this is him, and he's holding on to her buttocks. We call those buttocks over here because we got a cuss jar. You don't say the ASS word. You just don't, okay? It's not very nice, and you don't say those words. So that's Nathan Schwandt's, you know, new gal, I guess, and congratulations to all of them. I hope you're all doing well. Now, I don't know if that's Jeffree Star approved or not. I have to imagine it's probably not, okay? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, we'll probably get a palette in about 3 months, and it'll be called, like, X, and it'll be called, like, I don't know, like, he'll have, what do you call it, you know, pans in the palette that'll be called things like OnlyFans, and You Got My House, and I don't know, tattoos galore, and things like that. You know, something. The lonely doll, he's always thinking, always thinking. Speaking of which, okay, let's just kind of, that is a good segue. I'm getting so good at this. Oh my God. After only 4.5 years, I'm finally getting so good at this. But anyway, the lonely doll, he came out with a new video today. Hold on a second. I don't have it queued up because I didn't even watch 2 seconds of it. I just read what was underneath it. Here it is, Jeffree Star. Pulled it right up. And it is called Cavity Palette and Blood Sugar Anniversary Collection. It has currently got 279,000 views at 4 hours. And I think it probably, here, look, I'll pull it up and see what the likes to dislike ratio are. Hold on a second. It currently has 27,000 likes and 1.1 thousand dislikes, so he's doing pretty good over there on it. Prices are the same as everything. Now, I will tell you that I went over to the Reddit and I looked, and already there's a thread up over there, and they're talking about it, and they're saying that the anniversary edition is basically the same thing as the previous edition, but there's only one color different or something. I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I don't care, okay? But I will tell you this. I mean, I don't know why people would get, this is where like people are like, you're always so mean to Jeffree Star. No, gal, I'm not, okay? I'm fair as fair all day long. Fair as fair, said Billie Jean from Legend of Billie Jean. Do you remember that movie? Oh my God, I love that movie so much. When she went in that bathroom, they were staying with that guy, and then she shaved her head. Do you remember that? She came out and she said, fair is fair. Okay, but anyway, and then she set that guy's thing on fire on the beach, and he about went crazy. Anyway, and then they segued that right into a Pat Benatar song, you know? Love is a battlefield. All right, so I talked enough about that movie the other day. So anyway, this is where I am fair, though. Like, okay, an anniversary edition of the Blood Sugar palette, to me, if somebody said, what colors do you think will be in the anniversary edition of the Blood Sugar palette? I would say probably the same colors that were in the original Blood Sugar palette. I mean, it's an anniversary edition. Doesn't that just make sense? Like, I wouldn't think there would be anything different in there, you know? But apparently, there's one shade different. I don't know. And then he has this cavity mini palette coming out or whatever. I don't know. Well, here, I can read it to you underneath here. These are the things that he has coming out. He said, it's time for the next Jeffree Star Cosmetics collection. 3 years ago, we launched the iconic Blood Sugar palette, and I wanted to celebrate it by creating an anniversary collection with new items and give you a whole red experience. Because we didn't already have that 3 years ago, so we need it again. Apparently, he's running out of colors. He's done the greens, he's done the browns, he's done the ultimate whatever. You know, it's always, everybody asks for this. No, nobody asked for it. Blue, he's done. The Cavity Skin Frost palette is the perfect counterpart to the palette, and we also have a mini. After years of requests, she's here. Watch the full reveal to see everything. Swatch and up close. The entire collection launches February 26, 10 a.m. Cavity Skin Frost palette, 4 shades, $38. Mini Blood Sugar palette, 9 matte frost shades, $28. Blood Sugar Anniversary Edition palette, $52. Blood Sugar Mini Liquid. I think his palettes are so expensive. I really do. And you know, now, after he came out in the Shane Dawson series and talked about how much he upmarks these palettes, it's like, girls, we know how much you make these palettes for now. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, fashion and accessories. Blood Sugar Soft Touch Star Mirror, $25. Blood Sugar Dye Hoodie, $45. Blood Sugar Dye Joggers, $55. And then he's got bundles, and then they've got the bundles underneath there. So you guys can buy those. Now, I know that the collectors will buy those things because you have to. You have to have, you know, the anniversary edition and all that kind of stuff. Interestingly enough, though, I went over to his website today because I thought that it was coming out today. I didn't know that it was just the launch or the announcement. And all of his stuff is like still over there, and he's got the Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette over there, but I think it's cheaper than usual. So I actually just went over there and looked. Do I still have it pulled up? No, I do not. But I could look real quick, so hold on a second. Jeffree Star Cosmetics, here we go. When you go to it, it shows the Supreme Gloss is the first thing. And eyes, let's see, palettes, Blood Sugar Thirsty, they're all available. Let's see where the Conspiracy palette is. Mini the Mini Controversy palette. I was seeing so many people saying that he had the Conspiracy palette over here, but I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, $31.20. So it's cheaper than it was before, correct? So anyway, you can go over there. All this stuff is still available. Did he take those mystery boxes off here? Please tell me he did. Accessories, hand mirrors. This looks different to me. That he must have done something different to his website because it looks different to me. And the mystery boxes are not on there anymore. So here I'm gonna put search mystery boxes. Sorry, there are no results. So they didn't sell out, but he took them off. Well, he's got new ones supposedly coming out in March. So this is his February release. Then March he'll have another release. So he literally has a release like every single month. So anyway, that's with Jeffree Star. Now I have to tell you, it gets even a little deeper than all of that, y'all, because people over on the Reddit are not having it. And it's not necessarily with Jeffree Star. It's, hold on a second. Oh my Lord, how did I get out of this? I had it all queued up too. They're not happy with e.l.f. Cosmetics. So apparently e.l.f. Cosmetics has taken a stand against racism, and then they sent a bunch of products to Jeffree Star to do in a review. I believe that was Jeffree Star's last video. His last video was titled, hold on a second, e.l.f. Mint Melt Makeup, is it Jeffree Star approved? And so anyway, when you go into this thread, people are like, they have huge issues with this, you guys. It's a very lengthy thread underneath here. Hold on, I'm almost there. Okay, here it is. Elf takes a stand against racism and hate, yet publicly supports and sends PR to Jeffree Star. And people underneath here have a lot of things to say about it. It's all marketing, unfortunately. Sending products to Jeffree in hopes of a review is marketing towards his audience. They don't care about him. They want his audience. That Jeffree Star approved stamp is still very coveted. Is it? Well, I don't think it is. Not as much as it used to be. As he still has millions of young, impressionable followers. And that's probably true to those people. I truly hope their activism is coming from a good place. I really, really do. And it goes on here and it talks about a lot of people are calling Elf Cosmetics out for being performative. They're saying that this is like lazy, short-sighted, and ill-informed marketing strategy, though. You know, and it goes on and on and on. And it's interesting. Like, this is where I think a lot of people have issues with Elf Cosmetics. You can go in there and you can read the thread. It just goes on and on and on. You know, this is the interesting thing about Jeffree Star is that I think people forget history sometimes, that people will say, well, Jeffree Star addressed this, or Jeffree Star addressed that, or Jeffree Star addressed this. And it's like, no, he really didn't. Like, he'll come out and do a very vague apology video, gold couch apology, that really isn't an apology. It's kind of like, I'm sorry you're upset with me, but it's not really an apology whatsoever. Go back and do your history, okay? I mean, I've watched this stuff for 4.5 years, you know? And I don't even really have that deep of an investment in this man. I know it's hard to believe, and every time, I should just not even say it, because when I say it, people are like, yes, you do! No, I really don't, okay? And that's what I think allows me to see this objectively to some degree. Because here, let me give you an example, right? People are like, he always addresses everything. No, he doesn't. Tab David came out. His response to Tab David came out and said made some very strong allegations, then took that video down, okay? Then we hear Trisha Paytas and Oscar Wilde come out, and they basically back up Tab David and said that everything that he said was true. Do you guys remember what Tab David said in his video? What he said? About somebody that Jeffree Star hired to work for him that is a security guard, and the things that Jeffree Star said and the language that he used. Do you guys remember that from Tab David's video? If not, go back and watch the video. Jeffree Star has never addressed that other than to say, those people were never my friends, okay? That's the way that he addressed it. People confuse that with, oh yes, he addressed it. No, what he said was, those people were never my friends, okay? Cam Lester came out and said some things too. People forget about that. He never came out and addressed that. He just came out and said, those people were never my friends, okay? Now, you know, a year later, we see Trisha Paytas coming out and Oscar Wilde and people that were really close to Jeffree Star saying, well, let me just tell you there's a different side of the story, okay? But people don't go back and they don't look at historically what was said with all of this. So let me give you another example, okay? Trisha Paytas and Hair by Jay get into this huge thing because Hair by Jay gets in an Instagram story and he shows his buttocks. Okay, like I said, we say over here, buttocks, okay? And he is coming for her and threatening her and saying horrible things to the point where I had Jeffree Star fans and stans in my DMs telling me that if Jeffree Star supported this person over the things that he was saying about Trisha Paytas' skin and Trisha Paytas' weight and things like that, if Jeffree Star was part of that or supported that, then how would Jeffree Star look at them, right? Because these were people that had struggled with their weight. These were people that had struggled with skin problems and things like that. And if Jeffree Star looked down on Trisha Paytas for this, then does that mean that he looks down on them as well? Okay, so Jeffree Star comes out, and the way that he addresses it is he says, good morning. He doesn't address it. He says, good morning to everybody except for the person that used to do my hair, okay, or something to that effect. So I'm just paraphrasing off the tweet. So everybody assumes that Jeffree Star has fired Hair by Jay, okay? And then we go into this, and then he says, you know, I know people don't want to believe this, but I have the tweets. I can look them up, but I'm not going to right now. And he says, I hold people accountable in my life. And so we're like, oh, okay. And everybody at the time was saying that Jeffree Star was only coming out and addressing this because he was backed into a corner and it was a bad look, and everybody was siding with Trisha Paytas, okay, over this whole thing, right? Now, Jeffree Star, 2 weeks later, Jeffree Star and Hair by Jay are following each other again, and Hair by Jay is doing Jeffree Star's wigs again, okay? So it was never addressed. Jeffree Star never changed over this thing. He just did what people wanted him to do to appease the audience because he only cares about the almighty dollar. That's really what it's about. And I've got to keep these people on my side. So this is how I'm going to address it. But he never had any intention of getting rid of Hair by Jay. Never. If he did, he would have come out and publicly addressed it and said, I think this is horrific what he said. And he said something to that effect, but then to 2 weeks later be following him and never address, like, you know what, Jay and I had a conversation, and I talked to him and I asked him what he said, and I told him that I never stood by anything that, I mean, this is a situation on such a magnitude that you remember, this is what led to Trisha Paytas and Shane Dawson not being friends anymore. This is not a small story. Okay? This is where Trisha Paytas called Shane Dawson and he said, do you want to come over here and just forget about it? This is what led Trisha Paytas to not be friends with Shane Dawson. This is a huge situation, okay? For this friendship to go awry and all this kind of stuff, and Jeffree Star supposedly to be Shane Dawson's one of his closest friends, like family, they consider each other, to look at his wig person as being more important in all that, right? Oh, okay. But he addresses everything, right? No, he doesn't. And this is where people forget that. And then the people that have remembered this in their heads and said, but this situation, but this situation, but this situation, when you line them all up, it's literally one thing after another that Jeffree Star has never addressed. Never addressed. Okay? And it's a huge problem, right? Because people just allow him to continue to get away with this, and then they go, no, he took accountability. No, he most certainly did not, right? Oh, and speaking of the Shane Dawson and Ryland thing, there's a lot of people that are very upset with the fact that Ryland came out on the SIP and said, oh, we're friendly with Jeffree Star. And people were like, the only reason they won't come out and side with Trisha Paytas is because this is all about money, right? People were saying that. Oh, and all the Ryland fans were like, that's not true. You don't know what happened behind the scenes. This isn't about money to Shane and Ryland. This isn't about money to Shane and Ryland. Well, Ryland came out with merchandise for the SIP, and the merchandise is sold through Killer Merch. Jeffree Star's thing. At least that's what was sent to me when I found it. So, I received a tweet from somebody. Actually, Dustin Daly and Nick Snyder and I were both tagged in this tweet, and somebody sent it to me. I took their name out of it because I didn't know if they want to be involved in it or not, but here, I'm putting it up here. Here's the merch. And somebody said, so we support Trisha and allegations of them distancing themselves from Jeffree Star because they said they distanced themselves from Jeffree Star. But let's also use his merch company and my fiance's merch store to promote myself. All about the cash grab with this group, huh? Very interesting commentary. And I 100% agree. So anyway, let me know what you think about all those things in the comment section below. By the way, here's your question for drama class today, boys and girls. What was the song that Loretta Lynn and Patsy Cline sang after she done taken that trash out to the trash curb? Anyway, let me know in the comment section below. I'm back in baby's arms. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.